Yo, what's up, you guys, man? Look, I know, like, normally this would be like our Talks of Tuesday, like, lineup. And, we could probably, like, call it Talks of Tuesdays, but really, this is just a makeup for Reckless Reviews. Just happened to fall on a Talks of Tuesday. Anyways, it is what it is. What up, Jerry? How you doing?
Chilling, bro. Chilling, man. You out here doing the photography stuff, man. You getting big out here, man. Shout out to you, man.
Hey, I appreciate it, Jerk, man.
Doing your thing.
Yeah, I'm just trying, man, like just putting the work in. All this is still like, free labor when I'm doing, but I'm
It's all good, man. You gotta start somewhere. You gotta build that portfolio.
Yeah, definitely, and what's a better way to start off, man, by just taking more photo shoots with multiple women,
Especially Damn, he said, okay, multiple.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Well, Mr. Best, salutes to you, my brother.
It's good, Mr. Best.
What's good, family? What's good?
What's much.
What's going on?
Before,
hey, man.
Go ahead.
And three, man. Like I said, we got to talk because a lot of things been happening when you hop on these panels.
Yeah, I watched that one live, Mr. Best. That was a fire live, but I was dying laughing.
I know you was.
I was like, damn. Him and Stan, boy, they was getting that work.
Oh man. You know what I mean? It's all right, dude. M3 means well, man. He don't mean no harm.
He does, yeah.
You know what I mean? So please, people, don't. Quanta, what's good? Quanta, what's up, girl? You know what I mean? 100 watts, what's good? Yeah, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Hey, look, man, I still reign unapologetic. You know what I mean? But by the end of the day, man,
you need to change that a little bit, but that's okay.
That's all right. Double, triple, quadruple, but I still got love, man, for the family, man. It's all love, man. And actually had folks check on me like not too long ago. So salute.
M3, as soon as they asked you, like, hey, so what's your opinion on this? I was like, oh shit. Because you're one of the most, I'll say, like, honest people. So I was like, oh, he ain't about to hold no punches.
But you know what? I do try to give this. I was like, hey, man, like, don't ask me what's my opinion, man. You don't want to know my opinion, and keep in mind, like, as I put the, this disclaimer up there, where is it real quick? Hey, I tell people, Lola, please be advised. My opinion it's not really valid, because it's not political, clinical, financial, medical, nor legal advice. Everything I say is usually for information and strictly for entertainment purposes.
You're not listening to that.
And then I just tell people to
they're going to hear what you say. They're going to be like, this nigga done said this. And that's what they're going to go on.
That's it.
Hey, well, the good thing is their viewpoints, it's not the viewpoints of knowledge and relationships. The viewpoints is from the chat, the guests, and the panel. So, anyway,
they're gonna be up on the panel again in about 45 minutes because I'm about to start in like 45 minutes, so they're gonna be up.
Oh, okay. Again. You start yours in. Okay, yeah, we gotta jump over there. How about?
Cool, man. I can't wait to come up there, man.
I'm coming in peace. I'm gonna come in waving the white flag, like, look.
I'm gonna be like,
oh,
hey,
ladies, I'm back. Oh man, M3 is crazy, boy. He really liked this in real life too. Like, this is not no bullshit.
Damn. Well, so much for the persona, right? One little thing before we get to the topic, right? I gotta give a shout out to Big Rick Slaps. I'm gonna be hopping on his panel tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Pacific time. And so I could kind of plug in like Talent Art Studios photography. And then just kind of catch up with him, what's he been doing, what we've been doing. So everybody make sure you follow Big Rig Slaps on the block with Riggs. Yeah, I just want to kind of put that out there. Big Riggs has also been a support. He's been a part of Knowledge Relations for some time with him and B-Eazy. So I just want to say salute to his brothers, man. And, they've been rocking with us just as we've been rocking with them. So
Does he come on like later at night? Because I be trying to catch his lives, man. I be catching everybody's replays. I think YouTube did something with the alerts, man. Because I be like, damn, Mr. Soapbox went live and stuff. So I can't capture everybody's stuff, man.
YouTube's been hating. Soapbox, I don't even know. I don't know if you've been live like on Sunday or whatever, but I have not received any notifications.
No, I haven't gone live at all recently. Last live I did was my last evaluation of Love with Miss Polly, and that was about it. But outside of that, I haven't been live in a little while now. And Jerk, when are you and OG, you and Manic y'all still doing your thing, right?
Nah, cause he been offline. So yeah, mainly I'm just doing stuff with M3 and Stan.
Okay. Is he coming back?
Yeah, he'll probably come back in a little bit. I was talking to him earlier, actually. He said he needed to jump back on.
Yeah. We definitely miss man. Manic, if you watch it, man, or you have some time to watch us, man, hey, salutes to you though. But yeah, let's go ahead, man. We're gonna hop into this live, man. So here we go, right? So this is really supposed to be Reckless Reviews, but hey, Reckless Reviews, Talks of Tuesdays, whatever, right? So the title of this is that why do women really, right? With all caps, lie about what attracts them to men. And I gotta give a shout out to Jerk because you sent like a video, and I was watching, and what the lady was saying was pretty intriguing, which I'm gonna definitely play it for you guys. But it made me think a lot, man. Like I was like, dang, like some of the simple things in life that we do just because we care, we don't really realize that it usually builds some type of attraction. But anyways, I digress. I'll let her speak for her behalf of the fellow women. Everything we do is all in the act of fair use. Let's go ahead and play it. It's titled Women Love Personal Trainers. Suspect.
Yeah, I will admit though that I have a problem with personal trainers.
Why? You don't like them?
No, I've had a personal trainer a couple times in my life, and it doesn't matter what they look like. They can be not attractive at all. But I find myself just getting a bit like it's something about just being told.
Oh, she's freaky. Spit it out. What are you trying to say?
Just like being told what to do with your body.
Okay.
Like, I guess. And like maybe it's that they have to intervene.
Like bend over. Do one
Whoa.
more. One more.
I mean, I will admit though that
all right, go ahead.
Damn.
Yeah, so I looked at that and I was like, and I started reflecting on myself. I was like, damn, right? Women really be feeling like that? But it makes sense though, because in some kind of ways, like women in a passive way would like to be or like to feel dominated, just not like up front. But what you guys think?
It's not just that, M3. If you're dealing with a personal trainer, he's usually an attractive guy. Pause. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So he ain't a personal trainer ain't no run-of-the-mill looking dude. Like he ain't just no regular looking cat for the most part. The dude got the 6-pack, and he drinks smoothies and all that. You know what I mean? So he's not. It ain't like it's like a dude that's like just a regular cat. You know what I mean? And she's just jumping all over him. So a lot of these guys. And a lot of time the personal trainers, they be getting the, they be getting, on the low. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just how it is. You know what I mean? They got that pool boy syndrome, like how the pool boy be getting his joint on the low. The personal trainers be doing the same thing. You know what I mean? So, that's just what it is. So.
Yeah. Like guys that look like Derek Jackson, but the thing that was that she says even when they don't look attractive, and I'm like maybe that's a little bit of cap. You know what I mean? She's probably talking about they don't look attractive probably around the face area, but you gotta have like at least the aesthetics, the body, in order for you to actually kind of, get some motivation. So I don't know, but it was interesting though. What about you, Jerk?
Yeah, no, I think what Mr. Best was saying. Yeah, I think a lot of times, man, I think women are conditioned to be nice in public, so they're gonna kind of say the tactful stuff. As far as like, man, it don't really matter about looks. And in some occasions it might not, but man, everybody likes attractive stuff to a certain degree.
Yeah.
And so I think that's where like she was just showing flat out. She's probably one of the ones that's a little more bold with it, where it's just like, nah, yeah, I like me a personal trainer. Cause like Mr. Best said, man, they in shape, man. They they showing them different moves and stuff. They low key, they're probably a little suave because they're used to being around women and different people that they're training. So they're gonna have a little bit of charm and stuff to them. So yeah, I can see why some of them will bite a little bit. They getting that attention and persons around you, they attractive. Yeah, they like that stuff.
Okay.
It was like yesterday I seen a picture of Halle Berry and I was like, man, Halle Berry is fine. Right? And I'm not even into skinny women like that. Like skinny women are not my thing. But Halle Berry is just different. I mean, you look at her and you're like, I know she's older, but man, like Halle Berry.
Yeah, she's still a bad chick, like you said.
Man. And this is like a regular picture. I was like, man, like what's going on?
So let me ask you, M3, do you and Mr. Best, do y'all think most women kind of lie about the attraction thing from what you see? Because kind of like how people would view them if they were honest about it.
Yeah, so some of them will. I mean, I guess it depends on how you build with this woman, how she's building with you. Like let's say for instance, if a woman already have like a dude that she's already feeling as marriage material or a boyfriend or whatever the case is, and she's already have her plan that she's gonna commit to that relationship because maybe there's some things that he could provide for her. Whereas the guy that she's like, okay, like I could really get wet for, I can't really fully tell him like, hey, like, I'm into him like that. You know what I mean? Some people put themselves in those type of conundrums, but other women, they're like straightforward. They let you know what it is or whatever. And then you have the other ones that they may not have those problems. They like you, but they want you to do all the work and approach them and make them feel good like a princess or so. So a lot of them's not going to really tell you up front. Oh, we lost Jerk, but he'll be back. A lot of them's not going to really tell you up front what they're really what makes them attractive. They expect for you to kind of play around and read their mind and put the more effort and work into it. But that's my opinion.
What was his question, M3?
His question was like, okay, why do you think that women like lie to men about what makes them feel attracted to them?
I don't think that they lie. There you go. There you go, OG.
All right.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, some women do front though. Some women do front, right? And the it's like how men front and they act like they wouldn't talk to a chick if she been with this many dudes or if she got this many kids or whatever. But knowing if J-Lo pulled up on them, right? Because J-Lo had enough bodies and she got multiple kids, right? So if J-Lo put up on you, you're not going to say no. You're not. You know what I mean? Even though, I think J-Lo attitude is probably crazy. She probably got like a crazy bad attitude, right? But when they look at her, they're gonna be like, yeah, that's J-Lo. I'm going for it. You know what I mean? I probably can make it. And it probably won't work, but they probably thinking that in their mind. So men will front and say different things, but women will front too when it comes to it don't matter about the looks and all that. Nah, brother, it matters. It matters. It definitely matters. Like they care about that too. You know what I mean? So don't let them fool you, or don't let them start saying that beauty's in the eye of the beholder and all of the crap that a lot of times not all women, there's just certain women will say that, but and then like M3 said, there's certain women who just gonna keep it G. They just gonna tell you, yo, hey, I want this type of dude. He gotta look like this, that, and the third, and he ain't this, that, and the third. I'm not rocking with it. You know what I mean? So it really depends on the person. You know what I mean? And on the woman herself. So yeah.
Let me ask y'all a question, man. Because even going back to that clip, would you let your like wife or significant other, get a male fitness instructor?
Nah, that wouldn't be necessary. I honestly look, if you need somebody to help train you, I could be that guy for you. You know what I mean? Or find some woman that could actually help you. And I think it's like should be like vice versa. Well, I'm greedy, right? So I'm gonna need like a female fitness instructor to stay motivated. But for the guys, man, I think they need to have a male instructor as well too.
Okay, so you feel like each gender should be with the
Yeah.
same gender? Okay. How about you, Mr. Best?
For me, OG, I don't care, man. Like if I don't really don't care, man. To be honest with you, you know what I mean. If she wanna have a male instructor, he's showing different things. I mean, as long as he don't do nothing inappropriate, we cool. But ultimately, you know, because I do care and I do have feelings and I do have I am cognizant of like I do have emotions, right? Like I'm not just a savage out here, but I do have a different side, and my different side is like, man, if a chick just want to run off and do something, who cares? Just replace her. Like I have the other side of me, so but I try not to tap into that too much. You know what I mean? That's my other side. I try not to tap into it too much. But if a woman likes a personal trainer or the pool boy and want to run off, then, I mean, it just is what it is. You know what I mean? I mean, like I'll be hurt, but my other side will probably kick in after a while, and I probably be like, I'm gonna be outside and I'm gonna find something new. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
that's my other side. It's not my other side is not good. You know what I mean? I don't like to tap into that energy, but it's damn sure there. I would say that.
So would you like what M3 was saying? Would you stay with like if you was gonna get a personal trainer? Would you get a guy if you was in a relationship? Or would it not matter to you?
Facts.
Would I get a man for a personal trainer? Yeah, it don't really matter to me about the gender of the personal trainer. I mean,
Okay.
but I'm also aware, like, I'm not gonna get a personal trainer like that's a woman and like she like super duper hot, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna even do that to myself. Like, that's just temptation. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know how I am. So, as a man, like, I also know my limitations. You know what I mean? Like, if she looking like super hot, like, nah, I got a woman, so I can't be around you like that, man. Like, you know what I mean? You got the yoga pants on and you bending over and all that. We can't be doing all that, man.
Mr. Best said,
I'm
look,
not
you're gonna have to
I'm
have
not
a
gonna play with
hunchback.
fire. Yeah, I'm not playing with fire though. I'm not playing with fire. Like I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care how nice she is. I don't care if she's even certified. I'm good. Nah, I don't. I'm not gonna do that to myself.
Yeah, I definitely couldn't get the female one. Like I have mixed feelings with the guy one, not because like you should always trust who you with and know who they are, but man, I just know how silly guys are sometimes. So it like you said, Mr. Best, like if they're gonna go at the end of the day, but I just know like the gossipy shit guys be talking about. So it's almost like, man, don't even put yourself in that position so we ain't gotta deal with no nonsense. But
Yeah.
I'm with you though. Like I wouldn't care per se, but yeah.
I mean,
Definitely couldn't do the female one.
Would you do a female trainer though, or would you do a male? You said no. Nah.
I respect that, y'all. I respect that. And here's the thing, bro. I feel the same way. Like, I mean, at this point, I do have like a nonchalant, not caring type of attitude, but the only thing I will be more concerned about is basically if I had a woman, it's her safety. That would probably be the only reason why I would say like find like another female trainer or maybe work in groups or whatever. Because again, like I ain't worried about what a woman do. It's just that you got some goofy cornballs, right? That will try to pull a move, and I'd rather not have like that kind of like worry about okay, she's safe or whatever.
Look at Watch causing trouble. Watch trying to cause trouble right now.
That's a good question though. That's a good question though.
If I'm by myself, oh yeah, definitely I'm gonna have.
Oh yeah, single. Yeah, I'm gonna have a fleet of female trainers. So watch.
And they gotta be like the 8s, 9s, and 10s. But which
so M3, if you was in a relationship, would you have a female trainer?
See, here's the thing. I might be. Look, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like I probably would get a female trainer, but
I knew you were gonna say that.
I would include my woman into it, so then that way we could all be trained together. But if she is like hella fine, though, I don't even want to take that risk, right? So, yeah, I might have to sneak around with that one. But anyway,
sneak around. Yo, I knew you was gonna say that.
Yeah, I don't see any of us being able to have the female instructor because we're all social, man. So I can see us just having that natural gift where you know how to talk to somebody. Yeah, they gonna start catching emotions and stuff. So nah, yeah, you can't do the female one if you're a social person.
Right. I mean, you may be able to get some discounts in the long run, but it's not worth regular.
Not the discounts you want, though. Or maybe you do. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Why says I don't think having a female trainer makes sense for me. And it does have a valid point to it, because I mean, like, if you with like your bros or whatever, or if you with a guy, right, that that has certain like muscle trophies or whatever that you could learn from, because by the end of the day, you want to make sure you get the most like man parts as much as possible and get your body right, and you're not going to get that from a woman. I'm just saying you could get the basics from a fitness instructor and be inspired by her physique, but at the same time, the bro's going to actually tell you like, hey, like what you really need as a man. So, I mean, just to put all jokes to the side. So,
I got a question though. I got a question though. So,
yeah.
All right. So, is that no to anything with a female? Like, no female doctors, no female nothing. Like, there's no females that can help us with anything. No, at all.
No. That's a little different, right? I mean, I have like female doctors, and some of them's not even by choice. And what I look at it is like, okay, what type of quality do you have to offer? Do you have a sense of care? Do you have like some type of compassion? It's just that when it comes to like more of hands-on, physical intimacy type of stuff, I know for sure if I be around with a fitness instructor, she ain't gonna turn me out. I'm gonna be turning her out and get those.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I have like enough power of the tongue, so I don't even want to put myself into that. Right? If I'm in a relationship, But anyone else, like, it doesn't really matter to me. But I will say, when it comes to like therapy, I rather choose a man than a woman.
That's a good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, damn, that's a good question. So definitely, I say personal trainer because I think when you're exercising, like M3 was saying, that's a little intimate. I could do the doctor, except for when you got a cough and shit.
Hey yo,
like how many times I got a cough? Goddamn, like so definitely could do the doctor because I think that's a little more attached to health. But even like friends, I'm kind of like I got friends that I work with, and the conversations stop at work. But I can't really, I'll say, hang out with females either.
Yeah. I'm
so
single.
You ain't got no female friends at all?
Co-workers like that.
Well, I got some, like I said, that I like knew from back in the day, but also like I said, I have a couple of people that I know I worked with for a while, but everything like we discussed is work related. So I put boundaries around that just because like perception and I'm with somebody. But yeah, like as far as going out to kick it with somebody like that or having discussions outside of like work related stuff, yeah, no, I don't have friends like that.
Okay. So you don't go to a happy hour with your coworkers?
Nah.
No, we're not doing the crazy stuff you're doing. You're not
I about that life, you know.
Yo, M3 is wild.
What about you? So M3, when you have female friends and stuff?
So do I have female friends?
Oh, he
you know,
does.
to be honest,
Well, in a relationship, when you're like in relationships, how's that work play out?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, like, you know, like I didn't really have. Well, I have female friends, but most of them, I try to keep them like at a distance, right? Because it didn't really work out too well, like in the beginning of our marriage or whatever at that time, because women don't like each other. And once I learned that, I was like, hey, look, family on this side, co-workers on that side, female friends, look, outside of work, y'all can hit me up once in a while, but if y'all hit me up or y'all want to do something, it's me and my wife, you know. I don't do the whole solo thing, but yeah, I try to keep like, you know, boundaries and certain things under control, but you know, life goes on.
What about you, Mr. Bez? You got female friends?
No, I do. I got female friends that I view as sisters or whatever. So yeah, I do, that I've known like for a long time. And of course, you know, the podcasting thing, you know, there's a lot of women that that do the podcasting stuff with, so you know what I mean. But they already know what time that is. That's always just business. If we do talk about something personal, it's always, you know, in a very you know chill setting, and there ain't nothing romantic being talked about, ain't nothing crazy being talked about, nothing like that. It's always like just chill conversation. So, and some of them have talked to my woman here and there, but she don't like to talk to none of these people online. So she really be keeping her distance. So you know what I mean. But yeah, it's you know, it ain't nobody like ain't nothing major like that at all for me. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm used to talking to women, so it is what it is. Like, it just is what it is. You know what I mean? But yeah, M3 wild, man. I'm telling you, when you meet him, you're gonna see this dude is crazy, bro.
I don't know what you're talking about. Wow, look, man, I am the most mellow.
And he be like, hold on. He be like, man, I don't give a fuck, man. I'm gonna just do this anyway, man. I don't care.
Hey, don't listen to him, man. He's talking about my persona, man. I'm here, bro.
He don't care. He really don't care. He really don't care. I keep telling you, he really do not care.
Hey, Jerry, if you fly out to come see me, bro, you're gonna have a boring time, man. Because you know,
you said it till I leave. That's when the squad come out, huh? But you will go ahead and jump into that other clip?
Yeah, definitely for sure, man. Shout out to Mr. Best, man. You're funny. But yeah, we're going to jump into this clip.
Hey, I'm only saying the truth, brother. You know how you are, man. So, you know
hey, I'm a changed man, Best. You know,
no, you're not.
I'm more happier now. I'm pleasant. I'm calm. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm almost like a good boy, you know? But
you ain't a savage no more. You ain't.
You know,
you can believe that if you want. Yo, M3 is wild, boy.
Hey, I'm as tame as it gets, you know? Tame and lame.
I know you're getting to another clip, so go ahead, y'all.
Yeah. Okay, so this one says, why do women lie about what... Okay, this is the one that Jerk sent out. Let's go ahead.
Yeah, it kind of ties into that first clip and what we've been discussing. So they kind of break it down, man. They have like a...
Damn, it started with this dude with a dress. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and play this.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is that?
I saw
that kind of threw me off for a loop.
Tupac comment on this.
Yeah.
When he went from being Tupac, the obscure random rapper, to the Tupac we know today. He said, you know, a year ago, I would show up to this club right here, and I was the skinny, weird dude who thought he was going to be a rapper. I would get no love from women. They wouldn't look twice at me. Now I'm freaking Tupac. I'm getting literal panties thrown my way. And I'm like, I have to beat off women with a stick because I'm that dude now. And ultimately, this is what it comes down to, is that women are attracted to. You're in Vegas. I'm in Miami.
Let me guess. I think he was going to say women are attracted to the F boys, blah, blah, blah. And everybody's going to get confused thinking that they got to be an F boy too. Well, let's see. Let's go ahead and continue playing it.
Like we get it, is if you're a pretty girl, and you know, if you're a pretty girl, or if you maybe need to we know, don't touch your face. Like, I get it.
Agreed.
Like, maybe you want to do some adjustments, you know, the neck and below. But like, I've had a girl that likes the you know, what are they called? They put on the eyes these days, the eyelashes.
Yeah.
I don't need you to look like you got 2 tarantulas growing out of your eye sockets. Like, you know what I'm talking about. We've all seen it. It doesn't get addressed enough.
Almost feels,
but the eyes, it's insane.
It almost feels like women are more addicted than men by the way that this plastic surgery makes them look. Does that make sense? It almost feels like they get plastic surgery for an idealized look that they think men want that we don't want.
Wow.
Does it make sense?
Yes, because it's from spending too much time on Instagram and having that persona on Instagram become who they think they actually are.
Well,
did we talk about Zoom dysmorphia on one of our shows before?
Yes.
Yes, exactly the same thing.
It's funny that he said Zoom dysmorphia, because I would have thought he said face app dysmorphia.
Yeah, I was going to say it could be Instagram,
well,
but they call it Zoom because of COVID, and they have
for sure.
You know,
let me get you guys to
so let's bring it back to the science. Dr. Buss talks about this in one of his books. So they go over what the average man thinks a man should look like. So they show different physiques, and then what a woman should look like. So they ask men what a man should look like, what a woman should look like. And they ask women what a man should look like, and women what a woman should look like. The men pick the physique.
Is that the wrestler Chris Jericho?
No.
I forgot.
I looked like him for a minute. I like
it did.
Go ahead.
But what do you think about this topic so far and what they're talking about?
They got to expand a little bit more on it, but I see what they're saying. Like when they was talking about the Tupac point.
Yeah.
I guess until he got the fame and status and all that, sound like I never heard Tupac say that. But I mean, if he said that before, it sounded like he kind of lacked a little bit of confidence, and you know, until he kind of blew up, that's when he started getting that attention and stuff. So yeah, they're about to start breaking down. I think, you know, men have a perception, you know, especially when they work out, like they want to bulk up and be super big. But I think women would typically prefer like a leaned out, you know, muscular build. So I think like guys, we perceive what they think is attractive. Is same thing on the female side. Like when they wear all the makeup and shit, we actually like, you know, more natural and stuff like that. But I think they feel sometimes like, hey man, we gotta put all this stuff on to attract them. So it's like each side has their own perception of what the other side thinks is attraction. So that's what's confusing everybody.
Yeah, I think I know there's like a video like where they kind of like did a comparison to like when Tupac was younger, and he was like saying that like, you know, his mom raised him to be a gentleman, but something about like, you know, girls like wasn't really feeling him in that type of way. And of course, like, you know, when he became, you know, famous and he had to like, you know, carry on a thug life type of persona, then it was like, you know, like all these B's and ish or whatever. And I mean, I know it was a different era, right? So back then, it's like a lot of like black women, right, was really into that hard type of exterior. And Tupac was famous, so you know his status has also changed. So of course, he could have still been Tupac the poet, and women would still been flocking towards him because he has a gift that he can still deliver that people are falling in love with. So that's how I kind of look at it. You know, other people will look at it like as like, okay, I gotta be an F guy in order for me to get women. Meaning you gotta do all these criminal type of activities. Well, here, partial relationships, this is what I'm gonna tell you guys, right? If you want to be a criminal, get ready to go to jail and drop plenty of soaps, right? Because Leroy will be paid for you. So if y'all want to do something stupid over women, be ready to go to prison for it. But what women really like, pretty much, they like a man to be a serf and a little dominant. This is what a man that's able to stand up for himself when the time is needed. But they still like good men. They just don't like pushovers. That's all.
You said a pushover.
Yeah.
I would say like it's a status is gonna matter for certain women. Certain women don't care about status, right? So if you're talking about like women who are just really into that, or they into that type of lifestyle, right? Because there's a lot of people that's into that. So we do live in a capitalistic society, right, where it's driven by money. So people are gonna be about trying to get their paper, and if they think you about the paper, they're gonna be with it. So to my music curator Von Eric, what's going on, man? You know what I mean? He was looked at as a clown from New York. Okay, Von Eric, easy on the New York stuff. Easy on the New York stuff. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, he got status, so people gonna flock to him. You know what I mean? So that's that. But also, I think for women, I think some women are they do want men that are assertive. Certain women do in three, so they do want the assertive domineering type. But there's some who just like, for the most part, I feel like women like men who are in control of themselves, right?
Yeah.
So they see that you're in control with yourself, you're in control of your emotions and how you think and how you move. For the most part, whatever, Von Eric. For the most part, they gonna be with it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. But there are some that they want the assertiveness and they want the domineeringness, and you got to put them in check. But that's not all of them, though. Not all of them act like that. You know,
right?
If you run across one like that, then you kind of know where she stands. You know, and those are the type of women I would say avoid on all costs, professionally, personally, and all of that. If you got an attitude, or I got to check you, or you arrogant and all that, yeah, I'm not dealing with that as a man at all. So.
But you know, Mr. Best, one of the key points that I do agree, and I'll say this is what most women do like, when you had said that women do like men who can control themselves, which is a million things. I would say maybe one on top of the things that will come to mind is having discipline, you know, controlling your hormones and your urges when the time comes. Some women will literally try to throw like a curveball at you just to see how weak you could be. Or most will try to test you in some cases. But when you have self-control as a man, that is what like they're attracted to. When it's like this. For me, okay, whether if I be on the internet or at work, or dating around from women from Facebook, one thing I learned about life is that every single woman in my path, no matter how long or how short I know, they're irreplaceable. Sorry, not irreplaceable. They're very replaceable. They are replaceable. All of them. What I do, Riggs? Salute. And make sure you like, you know, Big Rig Slap Show Tuesday. Wednesday night at 8:00 Pacific Standard Time. I'll be on there, you know, talking my ish, you know what I mean? Talk about photography, talk about a little, you know, where knowledge relationships at as well too. But hey, just come in and just support the brother. But back to what I was saying, right? Like, when you have that mindset that all these like women are replaceable, and when one woman goes, 2 or 3 women will come along the way. You know, that is where it's like, okay, you have control of your life, and you at your like the peak of your game. You know what I mean? Because you're not worried about chasing after no one. But when women see you like you chasing after them, and you have a need for them, that actually kind of scares them a little bit. Because now they're like, dang, like, you know, I don't want to be the center of your world. I at least want to put the effort into, you know, put some work into it. So
I disagree with you on a de-discipline thing. Cause see, it's not that they want you to have de-discipline when it comes to them. They just want you to have to be disciplined when it comes to other women. Like they don't want you spreading it around. You know what I mean? Because you know, a lot of people say men are competitive, but when it comes to women and them competing, oh, Minnie Mariah, hey girl, what's up? What's going on, Minnie Mariah? What's going on, Grace?
Blue, embrace the grace.
But like, let me tell you something. Women, when it comes to like men, they're super competitive. You know what I mean? Like they will cut their own homegirl throat to get with a dude. Like they will do whatever it takes to get with the guy that they want. You know what I mean? So they don't want you to hold back the goods from them. They just want you to hold back the goods when it comes to other women. You know what I mean? That's all they want. They want to. Every woman wants to be number one. They don't want to think. They don't want to be number two. They don't want to be the side chick. And even if they are the side chick, it has to be where they feel like they have a sense of control, right? That they're getting something out of it. You know what I mean? Like, but every woman wants to be number one. Trust me, they want to be number one. All of them, even the ones that probably will never be number one to like a dude that's like, you know, that's very like up there as far as looks and everything else. They still want to be number one. Trust me. This is what I know. Every woman wants to be number one, especially nowadays. Everybody want to be number one.
Yo,
everybody can't be number one, but that's all in the situation.
Okay, wait. So so let me make sure I get it straight, right? So you said women are just as competitive as men. You said they're super competitive.
Yeah, more competitive than men when it comes to them.
M3 about to go down the competition lane.
Yeah, when it comes to them fighting over other men, you know what I'm saying? It's super competitive.
Check your eyes.
It's super duper competitive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so
okay,
you know what I mean? Like trust me. You know what I mean? You know, they not you know, they don't fall for the okie doke. Like, you know what I mean? If two girls like one guy, oh, it's on. Like it's on. Like they gonna go at it. Whether directly or indirectly. You know what I mean? So y'all seen the show Cheaters before? Y'all been seeing them girls fighting in the parking lot and all that? You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah.
If a man catches a dude cheating, like if dude catches a dude cheating on his or with his girl or whatever, he not just gonna jump on the guy. If the girl catches her man with another dude, she instantly jumping on the other chick. It's not even a thought. Like the chick could be his own mother, and like the mother ain't even like this is her son, and she's chilling with him. And if she just think that this is another chick that she don't even know about, or it could be a family member, whatever. But if she just think that it's another chick that's trying to be with him, she would jump on her in an instant. In an instant. Won't even think about it.
Yeah, they do be fighting. I ain't gonna lie. I was watching it this weekend. Nah, but I do like what you said, man. They like somebody that is kind of control of themselves. Yeah, because I do think of like a man. A lot of times, guys going that extreme. So I like even what 100 was saying about is do women like Ye? Hell nah, they like his money. Cause that dude is too weird. So yeah, can't nobody really be on board with that. Nah, he's paying out. That's why they with him, because of his status and you know his ties to the industry. Because can't nobody like that weird shit.
Yeah. I feel it out. All right, look, I'm just gonna just say this, right? Because you know I have no filter, right? But I will proceed this like with caution, right? You know, since Mr. kind of like ignite this. Okay, in a certain type of case, this is what I was trying to let women know of a certain group, right? That we all are in some cases in competition, and I'm actually gonna word it better, right? When we find someone that's in value and we choose to get up in the competition. I know not every one of y'all want to compete, right? Or everybody doesn't feel like they want to compete, right? Oh, the Knicks actually won a game. Okay, cool.
Who are they playing, Grace?
I don't know. Probably some scrub team. So, but shout out to the Knicks though, 105-91. But again, nobody don't want to listen to me when I say, look, y'all gotta compete. It ain't like y'all gotta go all through the ringer, but y'all gotta put a little bit of effort if you still crying about not having a certain quality type of man, and if you really want that certain quality type of man, and he has a lot of options, a lot of pick of the litter, you gotta jump up on it. You gotta at least let him know that, hey, I'm interested in you. You can't do something as simple as that, then continue to fall back and cry and complain on social media. That's all.
But those are the ones that want that type of dude, right? So if they want that type of guy that they know that's in the limelight, or he's like a Michael B. Jordan or something like that, then yeah, of course, like he has women like all over him, literally, right? So yes, in that instance, yes, it's gonna be competition in that sense, and then women do outnumber men, so that might come into play, with a guy that's just, that's just a guy that's, good looking, or a guy that's, that's popular or whatever, because, he knows that, especially if he lives in a major city, he knows there's going to be more women than men. Like, he knows that off top. So he's going to have his pick of the litter. But also men at times not have to compete, but I mean, if they will compete if they want a certain type of woman. Like if you're going after a certain type of chick and you already know there's like mad dudes talking to her, then yeah, she's gonna make you compete in a certain way. Like, so it just depends on who you choose. So but for regular normal people, I don't think it's a competition. It only becomes a competition if you're choosing somebody that you know is very popular, somebody that people are trying to talk to. You know what I mean? So it's like school. Like if there's a guy, he's in the football team. Yeah, mad girl's gonna try to talk to him. So if you like him, then you may have to compete. If it's a girl, she a cheerleader, right? And she good looking. It's gonna be mad guys on her, right? Mad guys gonna be trying to get with her, right? Cause she look good. You know what I mean? So this dude gonna try to talk to her. Everybody gonna try to talk to her, right? I mean that's just life, man. So yeah.
So it's pretty much y'all saying like the competitions when people have like, the crazy expectations where they're trying to hit that like top, what they say, like 20%. But I like what you're saying. So average people, it's just like, hey, it's more like kind of proximity and stuff like that.
Yeah, average people, it's like everybody is able to kind of figure it out. So the Skittles bag. You know what I mean? Everybody trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? With average people, ain't no competition with no average people. Like, it's just you just get in where you fit in, right? She shop at Walmart, you shop at Walmart, you see her, she see you, and that's just what it is, right?
Okay.
It ain't really nothing that's competing going on. But if you're talking about you want to date somebody and they work for like, they work for a Fortune 500 company and they drive a Bentley, then yeah, you're gonna compete. Like I don't know why people think that like this person is gonna come out the sky and you're not gonna have to, fight for your right to be with them.
So if two guys say like they are competing for like a singular woman, are they kind of pedestalizing her at that point then? Or is it more of an ego thing?
Nah, but if they're not friends, right? Then no, like, you know what I mean? If they homies, then that would be awkward. Like we're friends and we are trying to fight over the same woman. That's just weird. But if it's not that, you know what I mean? They ain't not friends, and you see a dude and then some you see a chick and then some other dude see a chick, right? And he shoot his shot and you shoot yours. It's fair game then. You know what I mean? Because I don't know dude, so I'm trying to get over where she at. You know what I mean? Okay. So if he in the way, I'm trying to get him out the way. You know what I mean? However means possible. You know what I mean? And I'm using my vernacular. I'm using whatever it can to get with her because that's the one I want. You know what I mean? So yeah, it is what it is at that point. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, I'm about to start my live, y'all. Let me jump.
All right, man. We'll be over there in a bit.
Yeah. What time you start?
Tell them get that work ready for M3.
hey, look. I'm about to pop in with the vernaculars, right? Just like Mr. Best, right? And look, I'm gonna come in with peace this time. Because I'm in a good mood. Y'all can't really face me anyways. Y'all don't want to smoke. So you know what? I'm just gonna make sure that I'm gonna come with another extra gentle approach. And whatever question that you guys have, just be ready for
Oh shit.
an answer, but more in a
Okay.
humble type of way.
But shout out to Grace, man. Yeah, I'm glad Knicks made the playoffs. And I'm a Knicks fan myself, so yeah, we hopefully they take it this year.
Yeah, that's good. You know, I don't know when was the last time they ever won like a championship, but
Whoa! What is all this?
No,
what are you,
no,
a Warriors fan?
I mean, I'm Warriors all day, every day. You know what I mean? But I like the Lakers as well too. I think they're a good team, but it's just surprising that the Knicks is actually doing something. So
Yeah, I know, man. Let us enjoy this, man. Stop rubbing that in, man.
I'm not hating. I'm just surprised, flabbergasted. That's all.
Damn. Okay.
But
Damn.
go Knicks,
Shout out
though.
to M3.
Dogs.
But yeah, let's get through that video a little bit so we could go and jump on soapbox.
Yeah, let's go ahead. We're gonna wrap this up. So we're almost to the hour mark anyway. So let's go ahead and get to it. Do you want me to skip it or just continue playing through, Dirk?
Skip to about 2:30 mark. See what if they get into the.
Okay. Let me see.
He noticed attention from women. And so what he thinks is if I just double this dose of Deca and push my test to 600 a week, then all of a sudden I'll get twice as big and twice as much notice from women. Attractiveness or beauty in men and women is about symmetry. Once you get that big, it's not about symmetry anymore. Now you just look extremely muscular. And there is a small subset of women that are very attracted to that physique. But what I found looking at talking to most women is they like the lean. The best example would be the warrior look from Brad Pitt in
Fight Club, bro. Are you kidding me?
Brad Pitt in Fight Club would be the middle of what we're talking about. Extremely lean. The problem with that look, though, the only problem with that look is you can't tell in a t-shirt. So a little bit bigger than that is like the Chris Hemsworth look. Yeah. So that's the look that's pretty good. But he's beyond that. He's like Schwarzenegger, but with a big trunk. He's got that HGH gut. Yeah. Either that or he's got an ab implant. And so that look is not super attractive to most women. So he went past that point because psychologically that's probably what he felt. And you've seen women with eating disorders and they get unhealthily skinny. It's because they think that that's what men want from them. Does that make sense? And then having a little badunkadunk and having boobs that feel like if you have fake boobs and a girl puts on some weight, the boobs actually look more real. Yeah. That's not always bad. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Like we don't understand what the opposite gender actually really wants, but we understand what we think they want. That's what, by the way, that's where the eyelashes come from and the 1400cc boob job.
That's like go over the top. It's escalation.
It's over top and it's escalation. Yeah, that's essentially what happens.
By the way, this leads to the next question is like, I always got confused by this whole concept of the dad bod, right?
Here we go.
Kind of became famous with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Time we've addressed this.
Exactly. But I feel like it's the perfect segue here is that like women are like, no, like I kind of into the dad bod. But hear me out. Once you're married,
yes,
it's an interesting a buddy of mine married now who is his wife. It was a girl. They become close friends. She would always be like, "Baby, eat more, baby. I want you to look good." I was like,
"Scoop of rice."
And I said, "Why are you trying to make him fat?" She goes, "I don't want any other girls looking at him anymore.
Comfort.
I want him to be my fat husband who's comfortable with a little gut,
mate guarding, actually,
and just I don't want him going. Is that called mate guarding?
It's a form.
Break
of
that down, please.
It's a form of mate guarding. Well, I mean, men will mate guard their women, just like hey, I don't want you going. Overly possessive men,
right? But they don't want their woman to get fat.
It's like surveillance. They want to know where you are all the time, what you're doing, blah blah blah. That kind of stuff. But mate guarding it's an interesting dynamic because it's not just about like you with your woman. It could be your a father and a daughter. Or
M3 hit pause real quick.
Sister. Yeah, it can be like I'm gonna guard you from these guys who are gonna.
So do you think because they was breaking down the concept, do you think women like dad bods? Are they just capping?
No. So women who like dad bods are usually the most insecure women because they don't want the competition. Now, again, most women are competitive, but for the ones who are not, they don't want to go through the headache and the stress of wondering if another woman is trying to compete for the attention for their man. So if you get a dad bod, then you're more reliant on a person who actually loves it for you are. So that's my opinion to it.
Yeah, I also think when people do want somebody a little bit out of shape, I think it almost like takes the pressure off of them also. Because sometimes like say if they got with a dude that was hitting the gym like that, then they would have to kind of keep up with that energy. So, you know, I think in a way, sometimes people are like, yeah, I prefer somebody that ain't hitting the gym like that, because now I ain't got to go to that motherfucker like that either.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because you got to kind of match that energy. So it's like you got somebody that's hitting, got a program like that that's going on a regular, then you kind of got to go too. Or they going to be kind of like, you know, start putting that pressure on you. Like, hey, man, what happened? You used to be that person back in the day. Why you fall off?
Yeah, you know?
But yeah, we get back to it.
All gravy.
Try to come in here and impregnate you kind of thing. And it's the same thing with the mate guarding instinct anyways with men and women, is this protection instinct that comes out of guys. That's why guys get jealous, and they get jealous for different reasons. But another thing is women will mate guard men as well. They just do it in different fashions. So one of those is the extra scoop of rice, which is I'm going to make him a little bit fatter so other women don't want to get. That's why.
Is that subconscious or is that conscious?
Well, the only reason we're talking about
subconscious, you're saying?
Yes. The only reason we're talking about like dad bods at all is because it's this. It's really a form of mate guarding that's like almost like a global kind of okay, ladies, we're all gonna get together. We're gonna tell these guys that they look a little bit better with fat, right? Even though we want to, you know, Chris Hemsworth, we want to tell our guys who are our resource providers and our, you know, our sources of security and good dad genes and provisioning, protection, and parental investment. We want to keep these guys on lock. How are we going to do that? Well, we don't want anybody else like swooping in and taking our guys. So we give them a little extra rice. We tell them, you're okay. You have to go to the gym today. That kind of stuff. It's a form of mate guarding for women to consolidate on the security that they already have. My problem is this, and we've answered this. We've actually had this conversation.
Damn, hit pause real quick. That was kind of crazy right there.
You know, we said dad bods or like, you know, hot.
Okay.
Yeah, because pretty much he's saying like they do it as a form of like, damn near kind of making the guy unattractive and damn near killing his self-esteem. So that way it's like, you know, somewhat they can control the resources that he'll provide. So I'm like, damn. That's why I be telling people, man, you better keep your shit together. Yeah. But see, that's why I was telling you, Stan. That's why I was like, man, I don't do debates of the 50-50 no more. And one of my boys pointed this out. I'm like, man, why does people have issue with it? He was like, man, have you looked at the screen, the people that would have the issue with it? He was like, man, those dudes got beer guts. They ain't the best looking. So he's like, man, they kind of have to pay. He was like, that's the dynamic they were dealt. So he was just like, man, their mind ain't wired to even understand like somebody will get in a relationship and work with you. Cause he was like, you know, the females that get with them somewhat have to settle. So that's why they're charging them like, hey, I really don't like this guy. So for me to be with him and I'm giving him my time, he's got to pay me. But I think when a female like actually likes you and she's attracted to you, that's when she will be willing to like work with you and, you know, she's not trying to use you in that capacity. So yeah, that's when he broke it down to me. I was like, it just clicked. I was like, man, I ain't going to argue with these dudes because that's just their reality.
Right.
But yeah, how he was kind of explaining, I'm like, damn, that's kind of sinister what they do. And he did say subconsciously though.
Yeah, you know, and that's how they feel, man. Like, I mean, it kind of sucks, you know, by their approach and how they view things and stuff. But that's why, man, it's just good, man, to like build yourself, man, so you could be intellectually aware. You know, stay away from like these toxic type of relationships that you're putting yourself into. And I don't know, man. I feel like a woman should be in the present to like elevate along with the man, as opposed to like bringing them down. So, yeah, that's why.
Because I think both sides do it, man. Like he said, he was like, guys, they do it in another form, but females do it in this way. But I think that's why it's important for people to have awareness and be like, hey, man, if I'm not in the best of shape, then I can't have that expectation for that other person on the other side. And I don't need to be trying to get the supermodel. I need to get somebody that we both actually like each other and stuff like that. And I think that's when you're going to actually get like the genuine desire or the person that actually likes you. So I think when people try to shoot out of their league a little bit, I think that's what happens. So a lot of times when people start getting used, that's what it is. They're in that imbalance. and they ain't messing with somebody that's like kind of similar to where they're at.
Right. I guess you know.
Yeah, he's kind of scientific with it. Shout out to Rolo. But yeah,
All right, let's go ahead.
Odds. Now, clearly, most guys are going to say, "Okay, that's right." We put it to ladies, and this is how I did it. I said, "Okay, you got two calendars. You've got the Chippendales calendar. You've got the Thunder from Down Under,
Right.
a male stripper, the Hot Fireman's calendar, and you have the Dad Bods calendar, which I don't even think exists."
Right.
Okay,
The
but let's
Bert
just say
Kreischer calendar.
theoretically there are two calendars. Which calendar outsells the other one?
Right.
And that's all you have to say, because
Got it.
women have, there's arousal and there's attraction. And when we're talking about dad bods, we're talking about visceral sexual arousal. The dad bod is not going to be as physically arousing as the Jason Beckham. She just went, ooh, when you just the thought, just the name, was it Jason Beckham? Was that
David
Beckham.
David Beckham?
David Beckham.
Yeah. So just the name, what made you go,
Yeah.
like that? That's what I'm talking about. That's the arousal
Well
factor
settled.
right there.
Hey, you
just
got
the
a little-
image,
so
the
you got a little
mental
drool on your
image,
lip right
just
now.
the
I better
mental
look my lip
imagery.
gloss.
So don't give me this bull.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's an evolutionary adaptation in Homo sapiens when a man is pair bonded with a woman who is pregnant or has a kid, for his body to produce prolactin and for his testosterone levels to go down. This has to do with infanticide, and just these are evolutionary adaptations in Homo sapiens. So what happens is the prolactin comes in and the man becomes fatter over time because he's going to have deal with a lot of sleepless nights with the new child. Okay, pair bonding is normal amongst Homo sapiens. Long-term monogamy is not. So now what happens is, what these women are seeing is high status men like Seth Rogen. Who's the other guy that they keep showing?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio with the dad. They're showing high status men who are multi-millionaires and famous, and they have a dad bod.
Right.
So what they're seeing
Leo.
is, this is what they're seeing is, he talks about being alluring and being attractive. This is not something that makes their wet. This is something that's like, oh, I have procured the resources from this male. His body looks like the body of a male who is going to stay with me and help me provision for this child. And when I see that, there is nothing but positive evolutionary emotions that are subconscious that I feel. But my vagina does not get wet for that physique.
Yeah.
But it gets wet
all
for
in
the
the
other
beta
type of
button.
Thank
physique.
you for the scientific breakdown,
Yeah.
because basically, what does that mean for the average man out there? Unless you turn into Leonardo
Yeah,
DiCaprio
it's so unhealthy.
or Vince Vaughn, don't have a gut.
So the dad bod myth, which is what I call it. The problem with the dad bod myth is now me as a performance coach having to explain to my clients, no you have to have that 1.65 to 1 shoulder to waist ratio.
Yeah.
71% of attractiveness in men from their physical features comes from upper body muscle. Let me say it one more time. If you're talking about when men are attractive to women, it is not your facial symmetry. It's not the calves. It's not leg day. 71% of it is upper body muscle. So when you have that hip to waist ratio of 1.65 to 1, that is most attractive to women. Just like for men, it's the 0.72 hip to waist ratio for men. So when you see that,
My man got this broken down to a science.
That's what women find attractive. And then you go on and you listen to attractive women say, I like the dad bod. Well, I just give up on the gym. It's so harmful to my line of work when attractive women keep saying this dad bod bull.
Well, it's kind of in that element. This is what makes me think of like, if you're a high status man, like you can have as many women as you want.
Yes.
You can cheat, you can kind of a thing. And what I always say is like, okay, so that's the 0.1% of society. We're talking about the Leonardo DiCaprios of the world, or fill in the blank of David Beckham of the world. But that doesn't apply to you, Bill, on the couch right now. Like that, I'm sorry. Like that,
Well, how about
you're
this?
not there yet.
Let's use a different example. How about Megan Fox, Machine Gun Kelly?
Machine Gun Kelly.
Okay, Machine Gun Kelly has a pink dress tour. Have you seen this? He walks around in a pink dress.
Right.
If you watching this show wear a pink dress, you are a weird motherfucker in a pink dress. He is attractive already. He has money and status and a
fame,
fine ass
exactly.
wife. He does that, and then he builds comfort with some people by wearing a pink dress, showing that he is so high status that he can literally denigrate himself. It's basically the peahen's feather, right? The peacock's feather. So that's what he's
All right, you
doing.
can hit pause,
He's
man.
doing-
I think
walked
they're
around
pretty
in a
much
pink dress.
done. They was just doing that breakdown.
Yeah. So wait. So at the end, he was talking about like, because he's so high status, he could dress a little bit more feminine, like.
Well, man, you know like what Kanye and them be doing. So it's like him. What's that other guy? Harry Styles and stuff. Because a lot of times women are like, they got different rules for different guys, like we always say. So what they're pointing out is, like Machine Gun Kelly, since he's rich, he could get away with doing that weirdo shit. and they'll be like, "Oh, that's art. He's just artistic, and he's gonna get some ass." Leonardo DiCaprio and like Vin Diesel and them. They got the dad bods now, and the women are like, "Oh, I like dad bods." They're like, "Nah, you just like the fact that the news have money." But if that was like Vin Diesel and he worked at Foot Locker, you'd be like, "This chubby motherfucker, who's he talking to? Oh, fat ass." So it's just like what they're pointing out is like, nah, man, as a guy, unless you hit that percentage and you got that status where they will overlook that stuff and make an excuse for you doing that weirdo stuff, or you having a dad bod, you need to hit the gym, because you're not going to get that same leniency or understanding that those guys get. Because he was saying, like, when he's coaching guys, a lot of times, like, they're trying to put themselves in a superstar's shoes. Like, if it's a man, like, well, the women said they like dad bods. He's like, no, when they're looking at dad bods, they're watching a movie like Leonardo DiCaprio. He's on a yacht and he's got a dad bod. So they're looking at that and saying, I like that. But really, they like the provision element that Leonardo DiCaprio has. And they're like, you're not him. So, nigga, you got to be in shape.
Right.
So what they're saying, like, yeah, pretty much everybody's confusing the messaging. So he's like, man, guys be like, oh, man, women like dad bods. I ain't got to go and hit the gym and be attractive anymore. I could,
eat some donuts and
eat some donuts and pay and stuff, because how guys always like, man, if I pay for everything, she's gonna like me. And that's where we always be giving pushback, like, nah, she ain't gonna like you, you're just gonna be paying. She's gonna use you at that point because you ain't those dudes. So now I like how they broke it down and stuff, man. That's why I wanted to, it tied into the first one where you was talking about the lady just kind of like breaking it down, how she wanted to jump on that personal trainer's bones and stuff. And it's like, man, y'all better start hitting that gym or getting somebody that actually likes you, aka have some fucking awareness.
Yeah, man. So,
but let me ask you, do you think that's because we've been in these spaces for a minute, so there are like a lot of people that do have some issues. Do you think with a lot of men, it kind of boils down to they kind of shooting out their league, or?
Absolutely. Even and this doesn't make me exempt. Like there's people I know for sure that I'm definitely out of their league. And yeah, I could try to shoot my shot anyways, but I know I'm not going to get that acceptance. And that's because like there's a certain qualification, there's a certain look that a woman has, where it's like you went full out with your cosmetic surgery. You looking for the top tier type of dude. You're not looking for a guy like me, man, that's gonna like drizzle you out. Well, drizzle you out. You want somebody that's gonna provide for you. And I'm not even mad. Most of the people are shallow, but as far as like when you find somebody that's actually in your league, someone that actually likes you, is a thing, right? To better put this off, right? Just so it don't sound long-winded, you have the 6 and 7s, the 8s and 9s, and if you find it, and it's rare about finding a 10. I don't think 10s really exist. The 10 that exists is like when you actually having like these type of dreams or fantasies of that perfect woman in your image. But ain't no 10 exists in my book. So you have the 6 and 7s and the 8s and 9s. And if you're that type of dude that you built yourself up there to where like you have like the status, you have the money, you even have the looks as well too, and nice aesthetics, then yeah, you're gonna get those like 8s and 9s. But those are the ones that's gonna be superficial because they too have went through a lot of cosmetic surgeries, a lot of different changes or whatever, because they're trying to get that top tier type of dude. But the ones that usually have like a cool personality and still look decent and don't have any cosmetic changes are usually like the 6 and 7s. And, with a little bit of weight loss or, with a good personality, like that woman could be like one of the finest ones. especially like if she pays for your meals or she cooks.
He says she paid your rent.
Oh, she paid my rent. Hey, that's what material, bro. I'm like, look, hey, when you want to get married, you know what I mean? But no, like someone like that will actually go out. Honestly, man, that gets people's rocks off. But I think too many people, man, they look for women that is like super shallow because they look good and all that, and those looks definitely fade away over time. Definitely.
Yeah, no, I know people want man cute, so I think man cute is a wide range, man. It's like because 5 is average if you think about it. So 5 is average, and I don't have an issue with average, man. But I think cute could range from like you said 6 to. I agree with you. I don't think 10 exists, but 6 through 9. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, to me, it's like once you get in that range. Man, you should now be going with personality, character, and all that stuff. And I think that's where people get mixed up because I think, man, they don't have that range play out. And once they get in that range, they're trying to get the best looking thing. And even if they get mistreated, you know, that's where they're fixated on like just the looks versus like, man, this girl's cute. She might not be the 8 or the 9, but you know what? She's a good 6. Good foundation, man. Good mindset on her. You know what? I could rock with this person, and I'm not feeling like I settled. I think that's the other issue where people are, you know, if they don't get the person that they worked that fantasy that they worked up in their head, they're thinking they're settling, and it's just like, man, you wasn't getting that shit no way. So you're really not settling. You're not in that position because if you know, you pretty much get what you attract. You know it are which you know to a certain degree you should be aligned with what you're attracting. So I think a lot of times, man, people in their mind they gotta inflate a sense of ego or where they're at in the market. So
you know what, Drake? Like I'm a proud advocate, man. I brag about my 6 and 7s. You know what I mean? Now look, I am greedy, right? I want them both. You gotta look good and you gotta have a good personality. So ain't no ifs, ands about it, you know, and be able to cook me something too. But however, yeah, man, like, I met women like who start off like as a 6, where it was like, okay, like you pudgy as hell or you look a certain type of way, and I'm like, I can't see myself like fucking you, but then it's like you be around with them a little bit longer, you start having these conversations, and then you realize they have in-depth conversations. Like they're really good quality people. Again, you know, besides them serving, but you realize that, oh, okay. And maybe a little minor tweaks or someone, you know, lost a little bit of weight or a lot, and then you're like, damn, like, okay, I wasn't looking at you from the beginning, but now I'm looking at you. I'm like, you're pretty cool, you know?
Yeah.
You went from a 6 to a 7. And a lot of times, man, like I know guys be ashamed of who they're with, right? If they're not in that type of caliber. Now, I mean, my ex-wife, like, you know, I looked at her like she was like pretty much like 8 or 9, you know. I'd probably say more like an 8, you know. But you know, life happens, it is what it is. And so most men like will fear of like, okay, dang, like I want somebody that will top her, or they want to have that kind of like revenge type of relationship that I can't settle for anybody that look lesser than her. But then you're missing out on somebody that has a better quality, better level of quality than the previous person.
Yeah.
And what I would just say is that, look, man, I mean, I took a lot of pages like from your advice, and you know, you saw some like the women I rock with, and you know, and I'm proud to rock with them. I'm like, yo, like, yeah, like they're pretty solid, and I think that's where I be at my most like happiest, like knowing for a fact that it's like, okay, like, you know, there is someone out there that has like, what's the word I'm looking for? They're just as passionate to be around your presence than you putting yourself out there with a bunch of women that is fine or, quote unquote, think that they're beautiful, but you being around the most shallowest women, and now you feel like something's wrong with you. We're really all the time, man. Like you just missing out on good quality women that actually go through hoops for you.
Yeah, no, I think that's where it's at. So yeah, that because you remember we was doing a breakdown on the one live with Lucario and the one dude. He was like a dating coach and he was trying to clown, I'll say, Lucario about like, oh well, I got to find women. We're like, man, nah, it boils down to treatment. So like I agree with like Lucario's philosophy because he's on the same tip of like, man, get the women that treat you nice, that stay on your program and stuff. But some guys, man, they're just so fixated on, I'll say, the looks where, like the guy he was bragging, man, oh, I'm with all these beautiful women, but he's paying for it. So it's like, man, who the fuck can't pay for some women? Like if all of us went over there, we could have the same chicks if you dole out your money. But like you said, they're irritated to be around you because they feel like they settled. So it's going to show in their body language. You ever seen them people, man, that's just like always bitter? They look like they always in a permanent bad mood. So it's like, man, I don't see how guys could want to be in that. I don't, man. Like you said, man, give me some chubby motherfuckers. If those are the ones that's gonna be pleasant to be around, I'm taking that. We could work on that shit. You know what I'm saying? But somebody's like internal, like that internal bitterness that they exhibiting. It's like just so I could just look at your exterior and show you off a little bit. But when we go home, you're like slamming doors, you're stealing money and shit. I can't do it, man. I got too much dignity and pride, man. But I know dudes that's like that, man, and they are miserable as fuck. When I'm talking to them, and I'm just like, man, well, why are you there? They'll try to dance around it, and I'm just like, man, I can't do it, man. I'll go down on looks before I do some shit like that, man. I just can't. I gotta have you. You gotta like me, man. I'm sorry.
Now, Drake, now I gotta tell you a story, right?
Oh, go ahead.
Most of my stories is based on a true story, right? Personal experience and Latino drama. So, all right. So there's a woman who used to be at one point. I would think that okay, this woman, even though she's 4'11", I would say that hey, like she's probably like a cool, solid 8 or whatever, right? But then, and she was all right in some cases, right? Before she got married, right? I mean, now she's old, fat, whatever the case is. But you still carry on that terrible ass personality, right? And you would think that okay, once you're like married, you'll be a little bit better, right? You'll be a little bit more happy and pleasant. Especially you married to a guy, right? That's pretty much like your slave, and he's cooking, cleaning, doing all these things, bathing you.
Doing all that?
Yeah, he doing all that, right? Shouts to those guys, man. I can't be doing all that, right? Ain't no point in being a husband. But you're still not satisfied. You still getting upset because I'm talking to other people. Not even I'm talking about what I mean talking to, I'm not saying like flirt with other people, but I'm friends with other people. And you can't really take that. So you're thinking to yourself, like, well, okay, well, if I break off this friendship with this person's gonna realize that he missed out on a good thing, right? But those type of women fail to realize that, like, look, bro, like I got relationships outside of what I do, you know what I mean, in my space of duty. And when they get that reality check, man, and they still see me like still enjoying life, they still be all mad, bro. And I don't get it. You got your husband, go talk to him. Go spend that time with him. You chose to be with this dude. So why you all internally upset? Be happy with yourself. You're pretty much rich because of him in some cases. But
see, that's the key, man. What's that saying, man? Misery loves company. So you would think like after they got all those like accommodations, dudes like taking care of them, man, it would change them. But man, I don't think people understand, man, that shit is rooted deep. So it's like those type of people, they know like once they kind of lock into a guy like that, that it's like, okay, we got married, I'm over that hump, so I'm already gonna get paid. So now I could relax and be myself again. So now I could go back to my bitter, because you know there was a time she was probably a little bit happy, exhibited some of them traits, kind of. So he was naive because he didn't vet her out properly. You know, he was just like, oh, this is great, I'm gonna go ahead and marry her. As soon as she got over that threshold, she's like, man, I'm back to normal. Fuck that. You can make your own goddamn dinner. Like, hey, can you make me that sandwich that I always like? Like, no, motherfucker, I'm already married. Like, get the fuck out of here. Go make your own sandwich. So yeah. So she, man, they're gonna man, somebody that's bitter like that, because man, people see these red flags. Because like I told you, I was like, man, I know people, and them, and I'm pointing it out to him. I'm like, dude, man, this motherfucker is gonna be a problem if you go down this. But people, men with our ego, man, we want to feel like we could change people, or a lot of guys want to win them over with their money. It's like, hey man, provision. If I pay for everything, she's gonna love me. This is what people be. I'm like, man, it don't work like that. As soon as that they get over that threshold, man, they could cash out. They got the kid, man. Eventually they want to be with somebody they actually like. So that's where that bitterness sets in. When they feel like they settle in, man. With women that have that mindset, I'm telling you, man, it eats them alive. And they just sitting there with that dude that it drives them crazy. They're looking at him like, man, I wish I was with so-and-so, that dude that they got in their mind. And eventually it just runs its course, because it's just like, man, that bitterness is going to wear down on the other person. And, you know, they eventually go seek out the person they actually like, you know, if they can get that. If they can't, then they just stay in that state of bitterness. And what's her name? Melissa Ford. When you see women like Melissa Ford, all the ones that kind of act like that, that's what it is, man. It's just like they can't get that prototype of the guy that they actually like. So instead of like switching their mindset to be like, you know what, man, there's some good guys out here. Maybe they don't have all the traits. Let me get with him. I'm not settling, but I'm just with a good guy. Their mind can't process it like that. So they stay in that state of bitterness, and it just eats them up. So yeah, that's really what this shit is, man. It's a bunch of people kind of like on some bratty behavior type shit. I don't get what I don't want. Fuck it. I'm going to be bitter, and I'm destroying everything around me. I'm going to bring them down because I'm insecure. I'm going to make them insecure. So yeah, it's some sick shit, man. Once you start dissecting it, you start kind of seeing the mindset and the psyche behind this stuff. But that's why you got to stay away from that, because it's just like, them people are going to, because like I said, if you're a superficial male, those females that you're pretty much attaching to, that's with you because they're materialistic. That's why I said, man, those two combinations eat each other up. So a materialistic female and a superficial guy, they take each other out. So it's like a race to the bottom. It's like you're stuck in a state of bitterness. So eventually it's going to crash its course, unless you just, like, you're a guy. Unless you just keep throwing money at that, eventually they're going to suck you into that bitterness.
Yeah, I'd rather save my money, man.
Yeah, fuck that. I can't do it.
I can't be doing like paying for, like, I might even want to say pay for vagina, man. You're actually paying for this person's time, basically, because you're not even going to get the best sex anyway from her. So I don't know.
Yeah, because it's a weird combination, man. Like, you're paying for vagina a little bit, but it's like, since you're so insecure, you're almost paying for that person to try to love you and treat you nice. That's what you're paying for. Because like you said, it's like, man, you could technically go out there and get another chick. It's not like it's hard to get some ass nowadays. So yeah, those type of guys that are lacking something internally, is like, I'm paying you to hopefully convince you to actually like me. Yeah. So yeah, that's what it is. When it kind of transforms into that over a long period of time. Yeah, that's some sick shit, man. Yeah, that's why I was just like, man, you better, off the rip, I don't know what methodology you gotta use to figure out how to separate. You know, say like if you're trying to get with a female, man, you got to figure out how to separate her from the materialistic side. Because if she separates from that means she actually likes you. So for me, that's what the 50-50 was. I was like, look, I know if a female is cool with breaking bread with you or working with you, she likes you. she's with you for the long haul to a certain degree. So it's like, man, whatever you need to do, you gotta figure out how to pull them from that. Because all of us are self-centered to a certain degree, men and women. So each side, you got to figure out how to pull that person from that self-centeredness. And if they do, they're willing to like put the family, the household before their self-centeredness or those desires, then that's typically when somebody's like willing to rock out with you. But most people play into that. They're like, no, okay, let me, I know she's materialistic, so let me keep feeding that materialistic side of them. And it's just like, man, that shit ain't gonna work.
Yeah, I think it's like a balance. Like, you just gotta show them that, hey, like, I really do care for you. But again, I'm not gonna be your sole provider. You know what I mean? Like, we all gotta put 100% into it. I put my 100, you put 100, almost like a 200% type of relationship. Yeah. I mean, that's how, and that's why I was telling like one of my ladies, right? I was like, hey, look, I value people. I value relationships. This is my situation. Now I'm learning about her situation. So obviously, like, all, like, you pretty much know the ins and outs. You know the bads or whatever. You know where I'm at or whatever. And if you still win and rock with me, then I'm like, okay, I can see like, hey, like, you're gonna be good for me, like, in a long haul. I'll give this one last example. This other woman, right? I met, like, had a conversation with her yesterday evening. Yeah, so like last night. And actually we connected Sunday. Saturday, Sunday, like in the weekend, right? And the woman started off like, like just pretty fun, had a friendly vibe or whatever. And so like in that conversation, I was like, hey, look, all right, cool. I know what type of woman you are. Let me get your number. I'll give you mine or whatever. So we could talk, do a FaceTime or whatever. Okay. So we did like, like the FaceTime thing last night. And one of the things that she liked that I guess stood me out in front of other men who she encountered, I had more in-depth, type of approach in my conversations. I wasn't like this type of person that's going to like just give you sex talk or whatever or try to rush into anything. I'm more of a person that's like, hey, I want to try to build, but if I like what I see, I'm straightforward with it. And I'm like, hey, like, oh, you about to go get a haircut? Oh, before you get the haircut, let me just say, look, I like the hair, like the way that it is, unless you about to get a trim. Your smile, you got a beautiful smile. I like women that like to laugh a lot, I say certain things because, and I'm not running no game on them, but I look for things that I like about them and I compliment that on them. And they know that my words is very sincere. That's how I'm building.
Yeah, you're authentic, man. I think, man, when you free your mind, man, you stop worrying about like, because I think so many dudes live in their head, man, and they're like, it's almost like they're thinking about, oh man, these guys gonna think this is corny, and it's just like, nah, be yourself, man. Like you said, shit, I'm a grown ass man. I'm gonna tell you what I like and I don't like. You're gonna either be offended or you're gonna be cool with it. That's how we're gonna determine if you got thin skin or you on board with the bullshit. Like you said, I like your hairstyle, man. Like, man, I like when people laugh. Shit, that ain't nothing wrong with saying that. But a lot of people are so scared to say stuff like that. So it's just like, man, you're coming off just being authentic. That's masculinity. Like, she's like, shit, I'm just glad somebody could finally just be upfront and say some shit that's really on their mind, and be tactful with it. You want to be too direct, goddammit.
Oh yeah. I can't just like learn like,
hey, bitch, what you doing with that haircut? Nah. Fuck is that? You don't want to be that direct, but
yeah. I mean, but at the end of the day, man, especially in this conversation, the woman, and she's a businesswoman too, though, by the way. So that was a plus. So she pretty much like changed her, like one of her schedules and she was super busy, but she made her time. She's gonna make her time available, for that upcoming weekday or whatever that I won't be arriving. So when women like even change
You said arriving. What, you getting flown out?
No.
You getting flown out, pimping?
No, I'm not getting flown out or whatever.
You FedExing dick out here?
No, it's Ground Express, right? It's gonna be a little 2-hour drive, but it's gonna be worth it. And,
Okay.
The only thing I did, right, I showed her like a little bit of my work, the behind the scenes work with photography. So she was impressed with my creativity, and I'm like, now she want to get some of her pictures taken. So I'm like, hey, I don't have a problem. Not flying, driving out there, man, and having a good time.
She ain't give a fuck about your photography. She just want to kick it with you. You could have showed a picture of some bullshit, like
right,
some kids with some hand finger paints. She'd be like, wow, that looks like a Picasso. It'd be like, man, that's some shit that they was doing in 3rd grade. Like, I went over there, took one quick photo.
Right.
But no, that's a good sign, man. She into you. So, okay.
Yeah, she already gave me the address already, though. So I want to, cruise on out there pretty soon, man, and have a good time for sure. And, she hasn't been held for a long time. So, hey, I told her, like, hey, man, whenever I come out there, right, I'll make sure, like, you get held. That's all.
You said held?
Yeah, she hasn't been held like this in a long time. Like nobody, hasn't came in, put their arms around her.
So y'all about to watch The Notebook. You're gonna read some poetry and shit. Hold her tight. No, I'm messing with you.
Oh shoot, yeah, but
listen to some Tevin Campbell, some 80s R&B and shit.
Hey, man, no, I might go into the 90s though. The 90s was like popping in the early stages though, so I'm like, can we talk? For a minute. Yeah, play that joint, man. That'll get them going for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but man, like you were saying though, man, the whole point, man, with all this is, man, I mean, everybody got their own likes and stuff, but the reality is, man, everybody's gonna tell you like you'll see them with the pretty chick. Some of them dudes that's paying, they're gonna convince you. They're trying to convince themselves that they in a good situation, but man, when you talk to these people, man, they miserable as fuck. So with me, it's just like, man, get somebody that likes you, man. Like, you don't want to get nobody that's too busted. So I definitely understand, man. There's got to be some level of attraction, but
yeah, definitely.
So you could work with somebody, man, that truly likes you. You got to have that person that likes you. I don't see no other way. If you don't, good luck. You could try. You're gonna have to throw a lot of money at that problem. It might seem cool at first, but I'm telling you, that shit just never works out. Cause yeah, like, man, I think we could hold it in a little better. Say if we do drop down we don't look at it like as settling. Cause we're looking at all the other qualities and stuff. So even though you might see a dude and you might see a female that like appears like to be lower, I say in the physical, that dude done made that assessment for most of the part. Like, damn, she's just such a good person, man. She treats me like a king. I want to rock out with this. For a lot of women, man, it's a little different. They're like, I settled. I kind of low key hate this motherfucker. I'm gonna try to hang in there because I do got the provision part, but I can't stomach this shit, and it comes out a lot. When you look at a lot of these situations, man, you can just see it. Because at first, man, I thought it was a little different, but now I'm seeing it as an adult play out with some of the people I know, and I'm like, God, I was like, man, you could deal with that shit. But like a lot of them guys, they holding on for dear life because, man, it's just like, oh, it's a pretty chick and people gonna see me as the man. And I'm like, dude, but you got to go home behind doors. like after you do that little tour and you showcasing this broad, and man, you got to go, the door shut, nobody can see in your house no more, and you getting like verbally abused, like I couldn't do it, man. I'm sorry, man. Like I said, I got dignity and pride, man. I can't go down these paths, man. Yeah, so it's gotta be treatment across the board, and not none of that fake shit. Like I could, you see the people on Facebook and social media, all these pictures. It's like, man, you don't see what goes on behind that house. So you can see the dude with the baddest chick, but man, as soon as they put that camera down and they done with the photo shoot and everybody leaves, she's like, motherfucker, give me your goddamn wallet. Yeah, it can't be me. Damn that.
Yeah.
And then people could see it too. People that really know you. Cause like I know, man, when I first met my wife, you know, a lot of, you know, she'll come around and stuff, and my friends was like, yo, man, that she really likes you, man. Cause I remember one of my boys, man, like he's actually from California, around y'all way too, man.
Okay.
That was my road dog, but you know, that cat, he was like, yo, man, she's definitely into you like that. And when he said it, because he was an old school gangbanging type cat. I was like, oh, word and shit. So yeah, nah, people can see it, man, the type of interactions and stuff.
Let me ask you this, Jerk, right? If you could just throw like a cool little example, right, that people could understand. So when your boys was able to kind of spot on that your wife was really into you, what was one of the noticeable things that kind of like that she did that stood out from like other women? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll say the most noticeable thing, man, because when he kind of caught it, and even because like when she came around my family, because I just never bought. I honestly, man, I never really had girlfriends and shit.
Okay, no.
Because I was just like, man, I'm not bringing you around my family unless I'm serious. So, you know, I took that, for me to escalate to certain things, or even for me to like get married and put my last name on something, man, that shit got to be official. I'm just not throwing that shit on anybody. I feel like my last name is on some royalty type shit. Like you get my shit, then you got to be fly yourself. You got to have your shit together. So when I started bringing her around like friends and stuff, and you know, they're talking to her, they're just seeing her body language, how she acts, and they're like, man, she's always constantly like glowing and shit. You know, they're like, man, you can't do no wrong in her eyes. So, you know, they were just, I don't know how they were able to spot it, but I guess like everything mixed up, like, cause I just didn't bring too many people around like that. But her whole demeanor and stuff, how she carried herself, you know, I think they were able to like see all that. Cause yeah, when cause like I said, my boy from California, when he was one of the main ones that said it, him and my uncle, they both kind of said the same thing. And I was like, okay, these are two like official dudes, and they kind of haters too. Oh, okay. They were like the type of dudes that don't like nobody. I was like, damn, y'all giving her the thumbs up.
Yeah. Okay. That's what's up.
Shout out to Lola.
Yeah. She said she called him at the right time. Just say that, Jerk. Okay. No. That's what's up, though.
No, she also said the right stuff, because it's funny. Like I told you, I was always on some. I was always a cheap Negro, so you know, we didn't call it 50-50 back then, but I was like, hey, listen, you know, when I was out on them dates, I moved with attention. I'm like, listen, you fucking with me, you're gonna have to pay some of these bills and stuff. Shoot, a lot of them chicks was running for the hills. They were like, fuck that. They were like, provision, motherfucker. They was out. But my wife, you know, we were talking about like finances and, you know, how she would kind of see herself like fitting in a household and, you know, like contributing. She was like, I'm going to do what's best for the family. Yeah. So, I mean, off the rip, that was a different way how she kind of explained it. Because like I said, most people are just looking at it from their own gain or their own, you know, trying to kind of get an advantage in the relationship. So when she kind of said that, I knew she had a different mindset.
You playing a 50, Jerk. Come on. Hey, I was doing the 50-50 thing, man. He's the originator of that. All right, man. Like, hey, but look, no, that's what's up, man. You know, I'm glad that, like, you know, it happened to you because, like, you know, you found like a good person. I was thinking, like, okay, she probably walked up to this Negro and be like, hey, I'm just telling my credit score, man, and that's it, you know. but but that's good, man. Yeah, so
No, but like Lola, I know she's a type of chick that she'll hold a dude down and she gonna be about the whole household, and so man, there's good females like that, you know. You can just hear it when they talk, man. So yeah, Lola's one of them. You know, definitely that, like, she's all about her family and shit. So
yeah, like Lola's definitely big when it comes to like her family, man, and
yeah. So I guess man, you just gotta like I said, if there's multiple ways you can figure it out. Like I said, that was just my tactic, what I knew. But when people typically they're looking at it from like a macro sense versus like what I want is like what I need to do for the family, and they kind of speak like that. That's a good indicator that they, you know, they're going to be not to say it's 100% because hey, still yes, there might be some other thing that breaks y'all up, but at least y'all will rock with each other. You could build with each other, and even if y'all split, it's gonna be amicable, you know, to a certain degree. Y'all ain't gonna be trying to kill each other and shit.
Yeah, no, and that part of respect, like, you know, you just gotta find somebody that's gonna work well with you, man, not against you, not trying to compete against you, you know. So
yeah, because I think in a relationship, man, I just think, man, people are too tied to the traditional, and there's nothing wrong with taking like the morality piece from that, but. Man, we got an opportunity to build to a whole new heights. So I don't understand why people just are blocking themselves. Because I hear a lot of guys, man, when I first came into space, they'd be like, man, I really don't want a chick that works and stuff. I'm like, why not, man? If you're smart, man, you should try to get somebody that's smart too, man. And both of y'all could build, you know, and I think that's the issue a lot of times. I think, man, a lot of people, man, you know, they build to a certain degree. But it's just like, hey, both of us could go out and shine. Like, I want somebody to go out there, be smart, you know, be able to apply what they learned through life and stuff like that. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I prefer, man. I prefer both of us. Like I told my wife when we first met, I'm like, man, we both could be on that stage, man. I ain't got to diminish like your shine to shine on my side. I was like, shit, I got enough confidence in stuff where, hey, I'm going to get mine. I want you to shine too. So, man, shit, we could go out here and be this power couple and stuff.
Mark says, we all know Lola's not going to hold a man down. What you mean, jerk?
Shout out to Marcus. Marcus came out the clouds to do some shots. Lola, you better fire back at Marcus.
But yeah, man. Jerk, this was there for a good live, man.
You know, I always like chopping it up with you, man. Yeah, I thought this was a good little clip, how they broke it down. Because, yeah, I think, man, the settling shit, I think that's what's fucking up a lot of people, man. It's all the preferences and people thinking they always settling. And I think eventually you got to get over that.
I start making them sandwiches. Oh, that's fire when she stops cooking. But go ahead, Jerk.
Lola, when you coming back to YouTube, we got to do some more of them balloon pop shows, man, on your channel.
Yeah, definitely. The last time, like, when we was on there, like, we definitely had, like, a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was fun, man. Lola do, like, 2 lives and take a hiatus for, like, a year, write, like, 10 books, and then she'll come back and stuff. So, Lola, we
probably see it, like, on Black File someday or something like that. But, you know, but her and Vic, they got, like, a YouTube channel together. I think it's called like Vic and Lola, so definitely like check them out.
Oh, for real? Okay. I'm gonna have to check that out. Lola got like 10 pages, man. I'll be trying to.
The love respects Lola. Not making sandwiches for a guy who a bum. and then she says like LL, the old people balloon pops is the best. Yeah, the pop the balloon old version. Oh yeah, definitely. I think that's what we reacted to, right? The older guys.
Yeah. I forgot which one we was. Man, we did so many of those.
Yeah, like the last one, I think Granny looked like she was like on hospice or something or whatever she was on, but they popped her balloon real quick.
They got her up out of there.
Yeah, but nah, like, you know, it's always good, man, to see you guys up here in chat. Make sure you guys get the likes up. You know, share the videos. And again,
I'll go to Mr. Best. I think he got a live going. We about to hop over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say something reckless, man. I might ruin some.
Yeah, he about to go get that work. He was getting that work last week.
For real. Yo, I'm telling you, man, they're gonna wild censoring me, man, over there, man. They gonna be like, hey, I gotta get him up out of here.
Yeah, they gonna shut you down.
To delete any of his live streams on account of me. So I'll tread lightly on this one. And she says, my favorite is Turo, dude. My favorite is Turo. Turo what?
What's his name? The plumber guy?
Oh, Aaron the plumber. Okay. I was thinking she was talking about some like Turo soup or something. I'm like, I know you from the South, Lola, but man. But yeah. You know, everybody's taking a liking to Aaron the plumber though. He's always
he be out here wilding out, trying to fight everybody. I saw him and what's the cat's name? Satan Center getting into it.
Oh yeah, that was a funny one too though. It was like
Satan Center said, look, like you come over here, I'm gonna spit on you.
Hey yo, that was the funniest part. Yo, that boy was roasted.
Yeah, because that plumber guy, man, he ran up on some guy, man, a couple of them, and some light skinned dude like put them hands on him. He was up there crying. He's like, I'm gonna get him back, I promise. And the other dude spit on him. He was like, I was like, damn, yeah, he gotta stop wilding. He gonna get somebody go pick up the swam and hit him with it.
Yeah, dude was crying because he was like, man, like, I want to continue to fade, man. Come on, man. He won't let me get the fade, man. I'm ready for that. And the thing is, but the best is behind that, getting the fade, right? Now it's becoming more positive because the fade is basically like, hey, instead of like picking up like the guns or so, why don't you just pick up your fist, man, and fight like a man? Almost kind of like Pops like from Friday. Like, you know, hey, we don't use guns. We use our fists to pull them up. I get it.
It's like, man, I don't know how old that dude is. I know he's got to be in his mid-30s.
Yeah.
It's like after a certain while, man, because I mean, he's starting a lot of shit.
Right.
So it's like, man, I get it. If you have to defend yourself, by all means, man, do what you need to do. But to go seek out fights, man, when you know, in YouTube spaces and stuff like this, that's silly.
Yeah.
So yeah, he got to calm down and grow up, man. This stuff ain't that serious, man. But I mean, he blowing up, so I guess he doing that Zeus Network type shit.
Yeah, I guess so. Whatever that is.
But he getting his ass whooped. So it's like, man, if you come out here like that and you getting that work, then you might need to take a karate class or something. Yeah, because that tall light skinned nigga put them hands on him.
Yeah. Lo says plumber dude look like his hook is short. Pun intended. But shout out to the short kings, man. Like, you know, he just got connected a little. He needs a little bit more reach. You know, that's all it's to it.
Yeah, he better fall back if he don't know how to get around. Because my man hit him with that piece, and he was like, he was teary eyed. He said he wanted revenge on that. He might come try to whoop our ass, M3. He might see this and be like, yeah, I know they ain't talking shit.
Yeah, man. Like, oh, where are you from? Where are you from? But come catch your fade, nigga. Come catch your fade. You know? Hey, man, I'll take a good hit, man, just to get a couple licks, though. So, but no, I'm not into that violent stuff, man. Look, I'm trying to, you know, enjoy life, man. With the women I have, you can catch a fade later, all right? But
yeah, that cat, he's one of those dudes. You ever seen the ones where they always be fighting and they damn near got to get half naked?
Oh, damn.
Just to, like, before they fight. So he be like taking off all his clothes and stuff. It's funny because I saw like a couple of reviews. Dudes like, man, this is when you're supposed to be like swinging on this cat. But yeah, he be trying to get totally naked and stuff and shirt off. It'd be like all over his head. So I'm like, I try not to talk too much because I don't want to give my position. But yeah, your shirt over your head with me, I am a snuffologist. You will get hit.
Right.
Bear don't exist.
But hey, look, I ain't gonna lie, man. If you get naked like that, half naked just to fight, I'm gonna be like, bro, man, look, you gonna have to chill all day. Put some pants on at least, bro. Like, I ain't fighting your naked ass or whatever. And then we wrestling and your shit all around me. Like, hell no, bro. You know. And he says Netflix will be doing a Pop the Balloon show. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw that, boy. She winning now.
Yeah, I don't know if she's getting like any like residuals from that, but because that's open for anyone. And then
what's up, Sugar Bum? Sugar Bum said, "Black man is God." That's what she said.
Yeah, that's right. Black man's king. Thank you, Sugar Bum. And great.
She about to cuss us out about 5 seconds.
Right. Or say something snarky. Graper says the woman from Insecure will be the host. From Insecure? Okay. And then Lola says, if I fight naked, I'm trying to. I said,
yeah, Sugar Bum ain't having it. Shout out Sugar Bum. But yeah, everybody go to Mr. Best, Mr. Intellectual Soapbox Live. We about to jump over there real quick. But we'll go ahead and close this one out.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, Sugar Bum, make sure if you go into the Intellectual Soapbox, you gotta make sure you put in the best behavior. Like, I don't want to see you get banned. But anyway, so we mess with you because we like you up here, right? Hey, y'all. And then 3rd feet being messy. All right, everybody. Look, thank you guys for tuning in to Knowledge Relationships. Make sure you guys get the likes up, and ladies as well too, and non-binaries. That's what Sister I Am will say. Drop the link to that channel. Oh, you know what? That's you're right, Sugar Bum. Let me do that right now. I didn't even think about that. I'm gonna pin it to the top. Hell yeah, I'm unprofessional, Grape Hill. Nigga. But yeah. Everybody, make sure you guys this is the link to the Intellectual Soapbox. Go ahead and click that link right now. Hop into the show. No problem, Sugar Bum, And let the homie know that Knowledge Relationship sent you guys though. So y'all get the hell out of this live stream. We don't need y'all anymore, right? Y'all go away. This Talk to Tuesday is already about to end or whatever. So we'll see y'all there. Anyway,
all right, y'all. Peace.
Thank you for the support. Peace. All right.
Knowledge and relationships.